Developing your instance's Curate tab is fairly simple. All you need to do is click through on the Curate tab. Right now you'll see that it's blank, but in just a minute, once we add in some data feeds, it'll fill up with posts that you can choose to move from this Curate tab over into your Intel tab. So I'm going to click on Manage Feeds. And by selecting Add New Feed, you'll see the drop-down of options that we have for data sources to add in to Write Intel. Once you add in any one of these different sources, the system will automatically check and pull posts for you from those sources. So we'll start with a Facebook wall feed as an example. In keeping with tradition, we'll use Dunkin' Donuts. All you need to do is add in the Facebook wall name or the URL, and you'll see it's listed under Dunkin' Donuts with no apostrophe. So once I click that, you should soon be able to see a variety of posts that they've had on their website, on their Facebook wall. So I can click to add this into a feed group. Right now we don't have any feed groups assigned, but let's go ahead and create one. We can even have it match that category in our Intel tab called Donuts. You can tell the system how frequently to check this Dunkin' Donuts Facebook wall. So you can check every day, which is the default, anywhere up from 8 hours to every 90 days or a year. Let's stick with every day. Delete uncurated posts. So in order to keep your Curate tab fresh and keep that content relevant, the system will automatically delete out any posts that you don't choose after a certain amount of days. It's defaulted to 2, but you can push it to 1 or up to 4. We'll go with the defaulted 2. You can also add in any filters for words that you would like to be contained in the posts, or maybe the posts may not contain any of these words. And then finally, limit to check, how many posts do you want the system to bring in from this Facebook wall every day. We're going to say 5. Click Add. And you can see now that in this feeds line, it's running this check right now. So it's going to let us know here in just a second that this feed ran okay and that those posts are now waiting for us in the Curate tab. Before we navigate back to that Curate tab though, I'd like to add in a couple other feeds. A really handy one I think is this RSS feed data source. So what you can do here is if you've got a popular website that you follow or blogger or anything like that, and they have an RSS feed, you can really simply add that in there. I always like to use the Mashable example. So I'm going to click Mashable's RSS feed. It was already preloaded into the system, but you can always find if a website has an RSS feed, if they've got this logo, this RSS logo, usually by where they've also got their Twitter icon, their Facebook icon, anything that's a follow us. And all you need to do is grab that RSS feed URL and place it into this line. So I'm going to add a new feed group. I'm going to call this, we'll call this Mashable and Other. I'm going to keep the system checking it every 24 hours, delete uncurated posts after 2 days. We'll leave all these filters empty for right now. And I'm actually going to say I'd like the system to bring in 15 posts from Mashable.com every day. So I'm going to add that in. And so it says that it's running right now. Here in just a second, it'll let us know that it ran okay. And then we can click over into that Curate tab and see all the posts that we've pulled just from adding in these 2 sources. So I'm going to click into the Curate tab. And you can see we've got 20 posts waiting for us to either delete them out or move them from the Curate tab to the Intel tab. It's very simple. If you decide that this Walking Dead post is something that is relevant for your client or for any of your audiences, all you need to do is click Intel it, fill out your Intel box. So any of this, insight goes here, add some tags and categories, and then you Intel it. And it moves it over from the Curate tab to your actual Intel tab. So I'm going to just place this in a brand category, and I'm going to click Intel it. I'm going to click Done, and the system lets you know, hey, this post was added, so it's been taken from your Curate tab and moved to your Intel tab. If maybe this Garth Brooks post is something that's completely off base and you'll never use it, you can very easily select that X and decline the post, and it'll remove it from your feed group. So you can see now we have 18 posts left here.